Hello, everyone. Today is day 8, and it has been a very interesting day, to say the least. I'll start at the beginning. My doctor's office does not have a radiology technician on site on Fridays. Thankfully, my doctor was able to talk to Danica, and Danica said that she would come in and do my ultrasound this morning, which is awesome. In the interest of time, I decided to go to the LabCorp that is right next to their office, and I took all the information I needed, thanks to my girl TT over at the LabCorp right here by my house, and they turned me away. After about half an hour, they determined that the blood tests that were needed to be done, the estrogen, the progesterone, and the LH, are not considered stat labs, so they couldn't do them. I tried to explain, I've done this a bunch of times with TT, no dice. So I went over, did my follicle ultrasound, which had lots of good news. We've got plenty of guys that are making some progress here. And then I went back to my original LabCorp where there were no less than 15 people in the waiting room. But my girl TT remembered that I do actually have a standing appointment that I filled out. She went to battle for me. She called the other LabCorp. She ended up having a call that came in from her boss to apologize to me. It was very strange. Long story short, lab work's done, ultrasound's done, and by 2:30, which is the cutoff time, CNY had both reports. Awesome. So, Donna called me. Here is my update. Can you tell that it's good? It's good. So my estrogen level has exceeded the doubling every 2 days. So every 48 hours, they want it to double. Estrogen was 326, which is great. Progesterone's still nice and low because I haven't ovulated. Luteinizing hormone is actually still a little bit lower than it was on Monday. So we're not in jeopardy of ovulating early. And now, dun, 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 for the really good news, follicles. Woo! So 4 days ago, I had one follicle that was measurable. That was on the right side, and it was about 5 millimeters. I had 2 on the left that they didn't bother to measure, and I had 2 others on the right that they didn't bother to measure. So I wasn't bummed, but I was concerned. And as of today, all that pain I've been dealing with, I have 5 measurable follicles on the left side alone. My biggest guy is just under 12 millimeters, which is great. They want them to be about 20 millimeters before I do the trigger shot. And then on the right side, I have 3 that they measured, and then 3 to 4 other ones that they didn't measure. So I went from 5 to 11 or 12, which is so exciting. I did confirm by looking back at my notes from my old cycles, where I was in comparison to back then. And I'm about on track, which is pretty impressive considering my body's 4 years older. So I'm happy. So what are we going to do? I am going to stick with the 450-150 dose. And tomorrow I get to add this guy. So Cetrotide is a single-use dose container thing here. It's a vial, and this will actually prevent me from ovulating prematurely. They typically give this 5 days before the trigger. So I had told my husband earlier today, I think I'll trigger on Wednesday, and we'll do retrieval on Friday. Maybe I'll trigger on Thursday and retrieve on Saturday of next week. This makes me think I'm right. So Donna said they'll give me a much better idea on Monday, but the way things are going, we're headed to New York next week. It's like for real. It's getting serious. So Yesterday, I got to have a nice little girls' night with my girl Colleen. We had some little wine spritzers and steak and all sorts of yummy. It was like the perfect keto meal. It was perfect. Tonight, I'm going to visit with some friends that neighborhood friends who moved away last year, and we haven't seen them in about a year, so I'm excited to do that. And then tomorrow, my sister is actually keeping my son for us so that my husband and I can get away for like 24 hours. So this is going to be a good weekend. It is. And I hope that everyone else has an excellent weekend. And the one last thing, I mentioned it in my last post, this is the lucky pin from Katie. So we used this when we got pregnant with Juicy Boy. She had 2 lovely babies using this pen as well. So we're ready to go. It's going to be this is going to be a good thing. Things are turning around. It's going to be good. All right, y'all. Have an excellent weekend, and I will check in tomorrow. Bye.